Hey folks, it's Danny here. I use he, him pronouns. I thought my first video could be about just who I am and what has led me to understand that I am trans. It took a long time for me. The first thing that happened was when I was 7 years old and I told my family that my name was going to be Storm and I felt like a boy. And I lived that way for a year. For some reason, I went back again. And growing up, it was always about role play. I would role play different games and I would always be the boy characters. It was all the way through my teens. Harry Potter roleplay was a lot of it. I'd spend whole weekends in character playing Ron Weasley, who is still my inspiration today. And then I went online as I got older and I roleplayed on World of Warcraft for years, for hours, as male characters. That was the first one that was sort of called Danny. And then I had to move to university and start that life. And I kind of ran out of time to roleplay online. I didn't roleplay in person anymore. And it was then that the dysphoria started. However, I got pregnant and I had my child and also breastfed her for a year and a half. And it was only after she got past 1 years old that I started to feel the dysphoria come back, and it hit me like a train and it really affected me. And that was when I went to the GP and I got referred to the gender identity clinic and I got on that waiting list and I told a few people in my life. But for some reason, I think it was probably because, so I was studying midwifery, which is a very feminine environment, and I was a mother as well. And because my other self, my male self, had always been online, it sort of became this weird split. And I felt like there were two versions of me. And I think that's why I sort of flipped back and forth between male and female. I didn't identify with non-binary. I didn't identify with gender fluid. That felt wrong to me. It just wasn't me. Nothing wrong with it. It's brilliant. But it wasn't me. I felt binary, but one or the other, and it changed every day. And that was exhausting for me. Yeah. Anyway, so then I got pregnant with my second child, and again the feelings disappeared, and I think it must be to do with the hormones. I think we are our hormones. Our hormones govern everything, because while I was pregnant and while I was breastfeeding that second child, I was fine. I was happy being femme, and I identified as a woman, and I was quite happy. And then again, she got to a year old, and I crashed, and I was wrong, and there was a complete mismatch again with my brain and my body and the way that people related to me socially. And now she's 15 months old, and I have just come out on Facebook and at work as FTM trans. I had my first appointment with the GIC in Daventry. I'm going to do a different video talking about that. And now here we are. I started changing some documents. My bank, the Cooperative Bank, who were very good, and it was very easy to change my name and gender with them. And tomorrow I am going to send off my driving license application to get that changed as well. And I've reached a point where I'm not flipping back and forth anymore. I feel settled with who I am. I feel confident that I'm making the right choice, and it's time to change my documents and present every day as masculine, and get on the road to medical transition. And that's where we are. Thanks. Have a great day.